Check it out. We are going to be talking today about a couple people. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, looks like we're going to be talking about 6 people that are near and dear to my heart. This week, we've been talking about parenting here on GM3X, and we've been looking at it through the eyes, really, of all of my children, right? And some of the outside influences that have been on me. Now, you might be like, well, that's pretty selfish. Why are you talking about all your children? Well, listen, dude, listen. I got 8 babies, all right? I don't know how many you got, but I got 8 babies. And each one of them teaches me something a little bit different. And so this week, we've been diving in. I hope you found it incredibly valuable. We're going to continue to go down that path. We also might see a little appearance by a guy named Eric Thomas. You might also find Les Brown in today's episode. And who knows, there's this guy named GC, Grant Cardone. Maybe you've heard of him. Maybe you haven't. He might show up here as well. All that and more on today's episode of GM3X. Let's go. Welcome to GM3X. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to 1, a father to 8, and the founder of the 800% Elite Club. I hope you're ready for motivation, education, inspiration, celebrity interviews, and thought-provoking conversations, because it's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind. Hey, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Thursday. That's right. Today is Thursday, September 8th, 2022. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Thursday, September 8th, 2022. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most. And I do mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. Hey, I woke up this morning and went downstairs into my little office, as I always do, to begin my morning 5, right? My day starts with a big glass of ice water, headphones go on, we go music with no words, because I do not want to be influenced in one way, shape, or another. And I open up my Morning 5 planner. Now, I don't know if you have a Morning 5 planner or not. You probably should. But if you don't have one, the way the Morning 5 planner works is amazing, right? There's a space up here at the top for us to do. We want to check some things off our box. No snooze button, no phone, gratitude and goals, take care of the physical, send out an encouraging message, right? Those are the 5 steps. So I pull it out and I write down my gratitude, right? The things that I'm thankful for, followed by my goals. That in itself makes the planner amazing. But what takes it over the top is right here in the top right-hand side of each page, there is a quote. And those quotes are submitted by actual members of this community. Members of the Rise and Grind community, members of the Breakfast with Champions community, members of the those of us that are getting up together for motivation, education, and inspiration every single day. These are quotes, their favorite quotes submitted to the planner. And so today's quote, I don't know if you read it or not, if you have your planner or not, but today's quote I'm going to share with you, and I'm pretty sure you're going to love it. And now it's time for the Morning 5 quote of the day. So I woke up this morning and read it, and here's what it said. It said, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Now, the quote was actually submitted by Rise and Grind member Brandy Downs, but it was said originally by a lady named Maya Angelou, who I'm assuming most of you have heard of before. This quote really hit me different this morning. I've heard it many, many times, but it hit me a little bit different today. The reason it hit me a little bit different is that I started to think about the people that have made me feel something right? The people that have made me feel something powerful or something impactful. The people that have made me feel like more is possible, like I am more than. I started thinking about those people, and there were certain names that popped up into my head, right? Like, for example, a guy named Grant Cardone. I know you guys hear me talk about him all the time, but it's never been about what he's said. It's never been about what he's done. It's always been about how he's made me feel. From the very beginning, back in 1999, when I started watching his training videos, he made me feel something that just resonated with me, right? And so that feeling is why I have such a super strong connection to the dude. I mean, I don't know how you feel when you listen to him talk, but it makes me feel more than. Like, here's an example. Check this out.
You have to do whatever you need to do to get bigger than life. I'm talking about you need to do the things every day. You need to do the things every day. Not think it. I didn't get rich thinking, okay? I love the book Think and Grow Rich because it said, hey man, think. But I've never been the smartest guy. So where I can't beat you in grades, I can beat you in work. What are you doing every day with your time? How are you spending your time? I hear people say, I don't have enough time. Every time I want something done, I look for the person that's busiest and give the task to them. Busy people make time. I hear people talk about, I'm comfortable where I am. You're selfish, man. People that are comfortable are selfish people. You have to put your primary focus on income and literally disregard everything else. Disregard everything else. The main thing has to be, I need income. I need new connections. I need new money. I need new customers. I need new attention. I need to be uncomfortable. It's work. Every disappointment you've had in your life, every one of them is the result of you not making a sale. It's the result of you not accomplishing some task. You were a little kid and you wanted candy. Hey, Mama, I want some candy. Mama said what? No, we don't have time. And the little kid locks that in. You got your parents telling you to be reasonable, not have high expectations, set reasonable goals. You got managers in companies telling people that's unachievable, to think smaller, just hit your little baby targets. You got broke people telling you that money won't make you happy. How many heard that before? Every time you ever hear that, understand you're talking to somebody that is broke. Rich people do not say money doesn't make you happy. You need big dreams, folks, okay? You need big dreams, and they start with monetary, okay? They start with money. This is something you can measure. You don't need therapy. You need to take action, okay? You will get well, but you won't get well in a chair. You're gonna get well on the battlefield. You gotta go out into the marketplace, man. The healing is in the doing. It's not in the thinking.
Things like that, right? Like, so he's been speaking to me like that for 20 plus years. And I can literally look at my life and how it's made an effect and an impact on me. And so how he's made me feel has been powerful. On top of that, he's always made me feel seen, heard, and significant. He's always done that, right? Anytime we've been live or in person, he always makes me feel seen, heard, and significant. As a matter of fact, crazy as it can be, his wife, Elena, actually called me last night at 7:15. She called me last night at 7:15. She said, hey, Glenn, I'm in a bit of a pinch. Will you do me a huge favor? Can you come in and speak to my mastermind? She said, there's some things that have come up. I can't get to my mastermind. I thought of you. Is there any way you could do that? I'm like, this is pretty cool, right? I'm sitting there with my mom. I get a phone call. I'm like, oh, this is Elena Cardone, right? She needs a little help. They make me feel seen, heard, and significant. It's not about what they say. It's not about how they say it. It's not about what they do, but ultimately how they make me feel. The same is true for you. It's not about what you say. It's not about what you do. It's about how you make people feel. You know, another person who's always made me feel things, right, that have caused me to really have an emotional attachment to this human is a guy named Les Brown. And Les Brown really he really picked me up when I was at my lowest, right? Les Brown hit me like when I was going through homelessness and, all of that season. Les Brown was like, if you can look up, you can get up. And he spoke to my spirit, right? If you never heard him speak before, check this out. He's phenomenal.
I was born in Miami, Florida, in an area called Liberty City, in an abandoned building on a hard linoleum floor with my twin brother. We were 6 weeks of age. We were adopted. When I was in 5th grade, I was identified as EMR, labeled educable, mentally retarded, put back from the 5th grade into the 4th grade. It was very difficult to pick myself up each day believing that I could do it. There were times that I doubted myself. I said, God, why is this happening to me? I'm just trying to take care of my children and my mother. I'm not trying to steal or rob from anybody. How did this have to happen to me? It was very hard. And here's what I want to say to you. For those of you that have experienced some hardships, don't give up on your dream. No one could have convinced me by holding on, by continuing to push forward, by continuing to run toward my dream, that one day I would have my own talk show. It's a long shot, ladies and gentlemen, from Liberty City, an abandoned building on a floor, never knowing my mother or father. It's a long shot. No college training, labeled educable, mentally retarded, but I kept running toward my dream. If you want to make your dream become reality, the people that are running at their dreams know that it's possible that you can live your dream, that it's necessary, that you're relentless, that you have a plan of action, that you are creative. The people that are living their dream are finding winners to attach themselves to. The people that are living their dreams are the people that know that if it's going to happen, it's up to them. And they're resolving within themselves, it's not over until I win.
It's not over until I win, right? Les Brown. Get you fired up, boy. And it's not necessarily what he says or how he does it, but ultimately how he makes you feel. Les Brown is one of the most prolific and powerful speakers of the last 40 years. And if you're a prayerful person, he could use those prayers right now. He's battling cancer. It's getting worse. He's dealing with quite a few things. But do you see, it's not necessarily what they say or what they do, it's how they make them feel. And the same is true for you. Another guy who's been really impactful in my life by his words, that's just really been able to inspire and pick something up in me, is a guy named Eric Thomas. Now, Eric Thomas came to me in a season of my life where I was starting to transition. I had gotten back up off the linoleum floor, as Les Brown would say. I had gotten back up, and now as I was starting to transition to where I actually think I could maybe do something in my life. And that's when my boy Eric Thomas came in, and he popped into my world, and he started talking about when you want it so bad, like when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, that's when you'll be successful, right? And I'm like, yeah, man, that's me. I want that. If you've never heard of Eric Thomas, man, you got to check this dude out. His voice is incredible, and he'll definitely make you feel something.
Some of you going to sleep and you don't deserve rest. You lazy, you don't deserve rest. Rest is for people who work. You ain't doing nothing. Every day you chilling. You need to know your why, and my why wakes me up every single morning. You don't get it. Listen to me very closely. You can write everything down if you want to. Be brave enough to write every one of your goals down, but I'm gonna tell you something. Life's gonna hit you in your mouth, and you gotta do me a huge favor. Your why has to be greater than that knocked out. At the end of your feelings is nothing. But at the end of every principle is a promise. Find a man who's diligent at what he does, and he shall stand before kings and not mean men. Every day you say no to your dreams, you might be pushing your dreams back a whole 6 months. That one single day, that one day you didn't get up, could have pushed your stuff back I don't know how long. The first level to success in life, listen to me, the very first level is you seeing it Like it's clear to you. Like you know exactly what you want. You know exactly when you want it. Listen to me. You know exactly what it tastes like. You know what it looks like. You know what it smells like. Before you really blow up, and you get success, you literally have it in the palm of your hand without having it. And I'm telling you right now, because I care about you. I'm telling you right now because I've been there. I've done that. You've been in it for 3 years and you about to quit. You've been doing it for 5 years and it don't look like you think. You put all your money in it. You put all your time in it. People looking at you crazy. 5 years you've invested whole. You put too much in it to quit now. And the problem with some of y'all is you want somebody else to support your dream. But this is my time. This is my moment. Tomorrow, ain't no such thing as tomorrow. What does your dream look like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? If you want it to happen, get your butt up and make it happen. If you want it to happen, rise and grind.
Faces get forgotten. Names get forgotten, but feelings last forever. Over the last 20 years of my life, I've been molded and shaped by those three people. Now, I've had more people that have come into my life, the Danelle Delgados, the Liza Myers Borcheses, the Lisa Copelands, the Brian Benstocks, the Scott Simons, right? But more people that have come into my life in the last few years that are helping me get to that next level by how they make me feel. And after years and years and years and years and years and years and years of feeling emotionally connected to those humans, it is an honor to now say that I've got all of them. I got all their phone numbers in my phone. I've spent time with all of them, because they made me feel something so strongly that my intention to A, live up to what they called out in me, and B, let them know of the impact they made in my life was so high that the universe had no choice but to bring us together. Two of my children that also have impacted me on a massive level by not what they say, not what they do, but ultimately how they make me feel, are Meredith and Fisher. And we're going to talk about them a little bit today. Before we do, though, you know what we got to do on this show. That's right. You know what we got to do? We got to do some dancing. You are loved, Leisha Watts. That's what's up. You are loved. Hey, listen. There it is. All right, listen. For those of you that know and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. I know we're late in the show, but go ahead and share it out. Because I believe if we can help people change the way they start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet, all right? So hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. Fair enough? Fair enough. Good morning, Julio Soto. What's up, Tina Kelly Overfelt? Gloria Bond is in the building. Tristan Smith, I'm glad you're here. Dora Maria is in the building. What's up, Vicky Everett? Great to see you. Angela Heath, I'm glad you're here this morning. Rick Tamburino is up in here. That's right. What's up, Leisha? Great to see you. Miss Liza Myers Borges is in the building. Tara, my girl, is up in here. What's up, Dr. Janie Lacey? Of course, we got Scott Simons, Justin Konikow, and Renee. I see Yin is in the building, as well as D. Stars Tina is up in here. Kate Bowman's going to be bringing it down here in just a second. It is always an honor that she allows us to warm up the stage for her on Thursday mornings. I love that. Allison is in the building. What's up, Allison? I see Kimi is up in here. Sonia, thanks for joining us this morning. I see Sahar. Sahar is in the building. Sahar Berber, thanks for being here. Ricardo's up in here as well. I see Joni Hunninghawk Wagner is up in here. Tiffany Hall and Ash Alikson is in the building. Diamond Ray and Gail Beecraft, thanks for being here as well. I see Clarissa and Brock are up in here. I see Chris. Good morning, Chris. What's up, Wood? How you doing? Fiona is in the building today. Dr. Vaney Thanks for joining us. What's up, David? What's up, Sam? What's up, Jeannie? Listen, it's time for you to get in motion this morning. If you're laying in the bed, I'm going to need you to get out. Come on now. Time to wake up. Time to get rolling. If you're out there on a run, kick it in. You got another gear. If you're lifting some weight, add a few pounds. It's time to rise and grind. You feel me? Let's rock and roll. All right, I'm going to dive right in. I'm running behind on time today. We're going to keep this conversation going. We've been talking about parenting, the lessons we learn from our kids, and ultimately today, it's not about what you say or do, but how you make them feel. My name is Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to 8. Yes, that's right. I do have 8 kids. And for those of you that always ask, I will make it very, very clear. I do know exactly how that happens. And I thoroughly enjoy the process. People say it all. They're like, 8 kids? You do know what causes that, right? I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what causes it. And apparently I'm pretty dang good at it. Just saying. Right? I got 8 babies. I love my 8 babies. I do. I love my 8 babies. I love being a father to 8. It's been pretty incredible. And 2 of my children that have affected me really emotionally, right? 2 of the kids that have really affected me emotionally are my daughter, Meredith, who's made a massive impact in my life, and my son, Fisher. Now, Meredith is 6 years old. She will be 7 years old here in a couple weeks, actually. Fisher's 5 years old. He'll be 6 years old in April. And Fisher is a ladies' man. All right. I'm just saying, I know it's young. I know it's early. But this dude always finds the prettiest girl in the room, whether she's his age or she's whatever. But he's already gotten married, right? Like they had a wedding upstairs, and Fisher married Presley, which is one of my wife's friend's daughters, and he even kissed the bride. All right. All right. He's a ladies' man, and at the same time, he's an adventurer. And on top of all of that, he's a really sweet boy. Like sweet, 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 sweet boy, right? And Fisher has a lot of fears. He's mama's baby for sure, right? He's mama's boy, and he's got a lot of little fears, right? And so he's scared of the coyotes. If he hears coyotes outside or whatever, he's scared of that. He's scared of the dark. He's scared of a spider. He's scared of loud noises. He's scared of the thunder. He's scared of the storms, right? Like he's scared of a lot of things. But what I love about that in my son is when he has these fears, or when these fears start to set in, he clings to me. Like he'll cling on to me. And when he clings on to me, it makes me feel strong, right? Like it makes me feel like I'm doing my job. Like it makes me feel like a man. I know that's controversial today. You ain't supposed to be a man. I like being a man. It makes me feel like a man. It makes me feel like I'm doing a good job as a provider, right? I'm like, raw. That's right. I'm freaking Superman. That's how Fisher makes me feel. He makes me feel powerful. I love my boy for that. Meredith, on the other side, has taught me more than I ever could have imagined. You see, Meredith was born with blonde hair and blue eyes. And you got to imagine my shock, all right? My wife doesn't have blonde hair or blue eyes. No one in my family has blonde hair or blue eyes. My skin is brown. I have black hair and black eyes, or dark brown if you want to call it that. And so when when my wife popped out a blonde hair, blue-eyed baby, I was a little shocked. Just to be honest, I was like, hey, Leslie. Leslie, are you sure there's not something you need to tell me? This baby is blonde hair and blue-eyed, and I done had many kids before her, and ain't none of them blonde hair or blue-eyed. So I'm like, this is an interesting situation, right? And my wife, her and I like to joke a lot. And so I asked her, I said, honey, now it's okay. Like, I've been on the road a lot. I understand. I've been traveling a lot. The Amazon dude has been at the house dropping packages every day. Like, is this the Amazon baby right here or what, right? And I said that jokingly, of course. And my wife, being quick-witted as she is, she immediately turned to me and she said, oh, no, honey, this isn't the Amazon baby. You're just running out of toner. And I'll never forget that moment. I was rolling. I'm like, running out of toner. Okay, I see you. Right? But here's the reality. Meredith, to me, is additional proof that God is real. That's what she is. To me, she's proof that God is real. That we are each born individually with a seed and with a purpose. And that it can transform. It goes far beyond what your parents look like or where they come from. It's far beyond that, right? Like, my heart literally swoons every time I lay eyes on this girl. Every time. Every single time I lay eyes on her. And I think the reason for that is, to me, Meredith is the product of what the world would look like if it dropped all the arguing and divisive and separation and racism and stereotypes and all of those things. Like, she's the product of what the world would look like if we dropped all that and just sought to understand one another. Humanity, like Meredith, would be absolutely beautiful if we dropped all the pretentious belief systems and really, really sought to understand and blend. To spend time with people that don't walk like us or talk like us or look like us or believe what we believe is a beautiful thing. You see, my daughter Meredith, she's fierce, bro. Like, she is fierce. She is independent. She is extremely confident. She is very, very, very strong-willed. Like, if anything ever happens to her, like if she gets knocked down, dude, the girl's down for 2 seconds and she gets back up. Like, Meredith, if I really had to sum it up in one word, like, Meredith is my hero. She really is. The girl is my hero. I tear up just talking about her right now. Like, she makes me feel so connected to God. Like, she makes me so spiritually proud, right? I just look at her and I'm just like, golly, man, God is good. What a gift. What a gift. Like, to me, in my experience, like, Meredith she is a picture of heaven on earth. That's how I would describe her. Because to me, she's a picture of what humanity could look like. Like, that's what we could look like as a species, as a race, as a family, right? Like, we could look that beautiful. Humanity doesn't have to be so dang ugly. People don't have to be so freaking anxious and scared and worried and mean and angry and divisive and all of those things. No. People could be strong. People could be confident. People could come together and learn from one another, grow each other. We could evolve together, right? I mean, if God can give me a little blonde-haired, blue-eyed child, what else can we do? If we just get out of the way and we allow the Spirit to move through us, right? If we get out of the way and allow ourselves to understand that we are connected on a spiritual level, something that we don't necessarily understand, but that all perspectives have value, that all people have value, that there is greatness in being in a room with those that don't look, walk, talk, or believe what you believe. My daughter is walking proof that there is beauty in the blended. And she inspires me, man. The way she makes me feel, it's something that I'll never forget. And that's how it is for me, for you, for all of us, right? It's not what she says, it's not what she does, it's how she makes me feel. And the same is true for you. It's not what you say, it's not what you do, it's how you make people feel. And as you continue to become the best version of yourself that you can possibly be, right? The closer you can get to remembering who you are, which is this incredibly spiritual, bold, beautiful human being. The closer you can get to walking in that truth, the bigger impact you will have in other people's lives. You see, I personally love you. I don't know if anybody's told you that yet today or not. I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you. I do. And I don't care where you came from. I don't care what you believe. I don't care what you look like. I don't care about any of those things. Here's what I know. I know that you and I together are children of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. And that if we lock arms and learn to love one another, we can truly make the world a better place. That's what I know. And that's why we do this right here every single day, 5:30 a.m., locking arms, people of all different ages and races and creeds and backgrounds, locking arms, right? Rising and grinding every single day. We'll do this again tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. We'll do it again next week at 5:30 a.m. We'll do it again next month at 5:30 a.m. We'll be here again next year at 5:30 a.m. So I hope that you'll continue to go on this journey with me as we continue to evolve and go out there and make a massive impact in other people's lives. Fair enough? Fair enough. Listen, I got to go. I got to hop off of here. I'm going to head over to Clubhouse and spend some time with my friends over there. If you want to join me over on Clubhouse, if you're watching live, you can do that right now. If you're watching on replay, we'll be on Clubhouse until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time. So you're welcome to come join us over there. If you don't have time for that, just come back here again tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. We'll do this right here all over again. Fair enough? Fair enough. Hey, by the way, Josh, I love you, buddy. I absolutely stinking love you. All right, you guys, go out there, have an incredible day. I'll see you tomorrow.
The sun will arise. The sun will arise. The sun will arise. A sea of messages overtaking what I know. A war is a whisper. set me free. I was searching for someone to fight for me. I'll remember it's your light that shines on me. I won't be afraid, I will look to the light. I will not be shaken, I know it will be alright. 'Cause you're with me, I know that the sun will rise.